What's up guys, Shane here, Fugatech 3D Printing, and today we're checking out some PLA Plus from SUNLU. Welcome back guys. So before anybody gets on it, SUNLU lately has been berating YouTubers to review their filament, or actually anybody actually, and it's gotten quite out of hand. I actually didn't think I was going to make this video purely on principle of that. They actually sent this to me directly, like nearly 6 months ago. I am really far behind on review filaments. I have an entire shelf up top full of filaments that I need to get reviewed, and this was sent to me quite a long time ago, and I just finally got around to printing it. But lately I'm going to absolutely condone their behavior lately as completely unprofessional. They should not be going out and hounding people for reviews. I think they posted months ago back they needed reviewers, so I said, hey, send me a roll and I'll do it, and they sent it, and that was it. Nowadays they want people to buy it on Amazon, then they'll send it to them, and then after you post a 5-star review, then they will actually give you the money for it, which I think that's against Amazon terms of services when it comes to reviews, and their products very well might get taken down because of that type of behavior. But they did send this to me for free, and I feel that I should at least give them the props due, because the filament is not that bad. It really isn't. It's actually a decent filament. But I have to first just say that their current behavior on their marketing team is completely unacceptable, and I think that anyone that they are contacting for you to review their filament, but you have to buy it first, then they'll send it to you and then they'll refund you later. No. If a company does not send me a product straight from them or from Amazon or however they want to do it, I will not buy it first. They have to send it to me. That is the way that I do reviews here on my channel. Unless I buy it myself, then I review it myself, then it's my money to do what I want with. But when they send it to me, it has to be free of charge and direct from them. I will not buy it and then be reimbursed for that. I want to get that out of the way because I know that's going to be coming, and Jake from State Farm will probably be the first person to say that, because he's been calling them out on Twitter quite a lot lately, which I appreciate someone, you know, being honest about it and showing for us, hey, stop doing this. So I know he'll be one of the first ones to comment, and as soon as he sees this video. But anyways, let's just talk about the filament. It comes in this box. It's colorful. It tells you all the different things. They use the same box for all their different filaments, so it gives you all the details for each one on the back. The only thing different is the sticker on there. The spool is a cutout, very, very lightweight spool. As you can see, it's almost gone. I've been printing with this for probably the last month on a couple other various projects that I have strewn throughout the house of things I've been working on. Plus I printed all of this, and I did have a couple failures because I was using this to tune my K280 printer a little bit. Again, it was just a filament that I had around, and it prints well, so why not try it out on that printer? And as for the rest of the prints you have here, these are printed on a variety of different printers. I printed some on my Mark III's, I printed some on the Ender 3 Pro, and I printed some on the HE3D K280, which is the gigantic 600mm tall Delta. It doesn't have the greatest quality high up, but low down, it's not too bad. Put a bigger nozzle on there because that's such a big build volume, and you're off to the races. And then I also printed one here at the best quality that I could, because I want to kind of compare it to an SLA print. But sadly, the SLA print did not come out perfect, so I'll need to figure out what I'm going to do with that, because it's going to be a crummy video if this came out really good and that one didn't. But anyways, I want to show you a close-up of this. All of this was printed at 210 degrees centigrade, 60C bed. I forgot one. I did print, so this one was printed on my Anycubic Castle, the pulley version, and which is actually a very, very cheap. I think it was it's gone down like $160 or $170 for that Castle. And once it's tuned, the speed that it prints out is insane, and the quality is also extremely good. So keep an eye on this Dumbledore model when it comes up, so you guys check that out. But let's get in close and look at these models. So obviously I printed out my maker coin, which turned out beautiful. This was printed on my Ender 3 Pro with no issues whatsoever. It was a 15% info, went a little bit lower with one extra top layer just to give it a little lighter, less material, and one extra top layer doesn't really make that much more material use in it. I did forget to purge, so of course there's another color in the bottom there, but aside from that, over the support, it just did a fantastic job in there. No issues at all. Very consistent all around, very smooth, and it looks like a really good print. I tried I think this is called the Kobayashi fidget cube. So I did this one twice actually, and I think this one is the better version. This one right here is the better version here. So this is printed on my Mark III's, and with the textured PEI sheet. I did use a little bit of glue stick on this one just to make it actually stick down, because there's a lot of little parts. When it puts down this first layer, see there's each of these little circles has to go down and whatnot. So I want to make sure that it stayed. And you can see over the bridging, it did okay, not perfect though. But so this is a fidget cube, and it folds and it folds and it just keeps folding on infinite, which is kind of fun and enjoyable. I actually made 2 of them because again, this one did not come out absolutely perfect. So I wanted to try it one more time, and this one came out much better, but I give one of each to my kids and they play with it for like 20 minutes until they get bored of it. But hey, that's 20 minutes. I don't have to entertain them. And I did try to print this on my Anycubic i3 Mega. I could not get it to stick down properly. So that's why I had to go to glue stick on the Prusa i3 Mark III's, and I was able to finally get this to print properly. I have a giant part here. This is from the HE3D K280. This is one of Make Anything's poly panel play panels. And they're supposed to be easier to kind of link and take apart. I wanted to try this. This is at a 0.3 millimeter layer height on that machine, which came out in just a few hours, but you can definitely tell here the extrusions are not great. So you can see it's not perfect in there, but it works. I mean, this is meant to be something that the kids are going to throw around quite a bit. So that that printer has, I think, a 0.6 millimeter nozzle on it. So 0.3 is one of the lower end sizes to do on it. But yeah, it's not perfect, but I kind of blame that on the printer, not necessarily the filament. It is sturdy completely. There's nothing wrong with that. I think it would hold up with the kids, but I just kind of wanted to show that the quality rate there is not the best. Again, here's the Dumbledore from the Anycubic Castle. He came out really good. There's a few weird inconsistencies up in his hair that I think is from the printer. It doesn't look like it's filament related, but everywhere else you can really see it's a really, really smooth bottom. I mean, that stayed down really well on that. The walls are insanely smooth on this. This is a 0.2 millimeter layer height, so standard height. You can see a few of the start stops in like the front of his jacket here, but the detail is there, and I really did enjoy printing him out. I wanted to try a pre-sliced model from Prusa. So this is I think this is the Howling Dragon. I forget exactly what it's called, but it comes on the Mark III's, on the Mark III's SD card. It's a little stringy, so I think this one actually printed 215 degrees centigrade, so it's a little bit too hot. It's a little fuzzy. It's not quite stringy. It's just a little bit of fuzzes on there. So I was able to pick that off. But man, this thing is so insanely smooth. The quality is just crazy, because that printer is one of the best out there. It really is. No matter what anybody says. First layer is held down perfectly well. No glue stick needed on that textured PEI sheet. But yeah, so this one really, really nice. You can see in there the walls, or the back, completely smooth all the way up the neck. Really fine details. So the filament was good because the printer's good, so you can't complain with that. I did do one of the giant wavy vases. This is the only vase that I did with it, and this came out just fine. This was printed, actually, this one was printed on the, TiVo, wasn't it? And now that I think about it, this was actually printed on the TiVo Tornado, because I have this model already sliced on there, and I just hit print with the PLA that was already configured in it. The first layer had a little bit of wonkiness, I think because that was set to be a little bit hotter, but overall, it's a giant vase. Could be candy vase, whatever you use it for, but yeah, that printed out really good. Last thing I wanted to show off was this mask. This is printed on the Mark III's at a 0.1 millimeter layer height, so as fine as I could get on that printer. I wanted to see the quality, because again, this is the model I'm going to compare to an SLA printer, an MSLA printer. So it's printed just like this, with a ton of support underneath of it. And I want you to see here the actual, like the bridge of the nose and whatnot, and man, the details are crazy. It is so smooth. This will be so easy to sand if I wanted to do so. I just wanted to show you can get like crazy good results with a really good printer profile, and I mean honestly a pretty decent filament. A couple of things I did try is a pair of knackers. So if you are a child of the 90s, or I guess the 80s too, probably they had them. These knackers where they kind of have two heads and you take it back and forth and they hit each other. They're actually extremely difficult to print, and I've only had one successful one that actually my kids dropped and broke, but it was working out great with a different brand of filament, and I have not gotten a successful print with it since then. This was printed on my Anycubic i3 Mega. It prints upright, but just getting it to break, it's been only the one filament that I found that it actually does not adhere too much, and you can actually break it so that these can twist around the body the way that they should. You have to really give it to work to get it to move well. But again, this one broke, so that was kind of a failure. I was upset about that. And then one of my first prints ever was this low poly Fox, which I printed another one for my daughter because he needed an update, and I wanted to see how filament now, or how my printing ability was now than it was 3 years ago, and it's actually pretty good. So he turned out well as well. So again, this filament prints great. It really does. So again, looking online to see what the latest price on this is, and it looks like they have a few different colors at $19 plus a 5% coupon on that, and they have some as low as $16 with no coupon on that. 2 spools are together in a bundle for $33, which is a pretty good deal. So is this filament, you know, worth buying for that price? Absolutely. It does actually work really well. There's no doubts about it. Their advertising tactics, I think, are shameful, and I think they need to stop that right away and absolutely just let the public just do what everyone else does. Send filament out to reviewers, or ask if anybody wants it, send it directly to them, and don't worry about the stupid Amazon verified purchaser tag on Amazon. It doesn't matter. As long as someone's leaving a review as good or positive, it doesn't matter whether they're a verified purchaser or not. Because if someone is a verified purchaser and they say that it was sent to them, guess what? That's fraud, and Amazon will flag that, and your products will be removed from Amazon. Stop that now. Slap it. Just slapping you all over. Stop that. Let the filament speak for itself. It's good filament. So calm the heck down. And if you guys want to check this out, it is a good price for a decent filament. I'll put a link down below. It is an Amazon affiliate link, so if you guys use that, I'll get a little slice of what you buy, and I appreciate that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you found it useful, whether or not you want to buy this filament or not, and if you think it's good, please give it a thumbs up. Talk in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys what you think, even if it's about their advertising tactics or the filament itself, or if you've used it or if you've contacted them. Put a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. If you guys want to stay in tune with what's going on, hit that subscribe button and then hit that bell icon. You'll get a notification when I upload new content or do any live streams. If you feel the need to help me out financially, there's a Patreon link down below. Donate me $1 or more on there, and you get access to my Patreon feed and the after show. Other ways you can help out, there's some one-time donation links, a few other programs down there, and there is also a bunch of affiliate links for various vendors and coupon codes that you guys can check out and save some money. And again, a little slice of what you buy with those affiliate links comes here to help me out the channel. I thank you guys for watching. Until next time, happy friends.